Hey guys, welcome to another episode of SpeedSim. My name is Andre.
And I'm Ehouse.
And today we're going to be talking about high-speed gear in general and why we love to run them.
Yes.
So Eric, let's kick it off with you.
Okay, so if you're like me, you own a variety of different airsoft platforms. AKs, ARs, pistols, even I have a couple 308 platforms that don't work right now, but I have them. And the one rifle magazine pouch that I have found consistently to carry all these magazines in a manner that I personally like and find satisfactory is the taco pouch. I use these pistol tacos for my 1911 magazines, my HK45 magazines, and most recently my FNX magazines, even for multi-tools, knives, flashlights, whatever.
Monster
carries
cans.
all of them. Yeah, that's for the rifle tacos.
but still.
But yeah, you can carry all kinds of stuff in them, and they have very good retention for what they are, which is why I personally love them.
Alright, so to kick things off on my end, I love high-speed gear because they have a variety of different pouches in different sizes, especially for pistol users like myself. So we do have the tiny little pistol mags right here as
standard
here,
pistol tacos.
just really simple standard one. But they also make extended ones. So if you have extended mags, like a lot of airsofters do for their Glocks, their high Kappas, and even some of the Elite Force guns like the PPQ also have extended mags.
Even the 1911.
Even the 1911s have extended mags. So having a mag pouch has an extended version of it is absolutely invaluable. It's perfect for those of you who have extended mags like myself. So you sit perfectly right in there. You don't have to worry about it falling out. Now that I was worried before, but it just gives you more material so it doesn't fall out at all.
And don't forget, for those of you who run MP7s or submachine guns or whatnot,
all that
even P90 mags even fit in there, don't they? Or
they
is
can,
it a little?
but
yeah, they stick out a lot.
Yeah, and you have to really loosen it a lot.
But most SMG mags do fit into those as well, which is another really big thing, that there aren't a ton of SMG pouches out there, especially not open top, that work really well.
Aside from high-speed gear, they also have Blue Force gear. They have their MP5s.
Those guys will get their own video, don't worry.
But like I said, those are the only two that I can think of at the moment that have open top style pouches.
That are adjustable.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say.
Those aren't adjustable, but these are adjustable. Yes. But the real genius of the taco, in my opinion, is in these plastic retainers that make up the outside of the pouch, because you get some of that plastic friction, much like a Kydex holster, like I have for this guy right here, and you get some of that plastic retention in addition to the shock cord that gives you that elastic retention. So you have a good friction fit, and everything fits in there really solidly. I very rarely, if ever, have had any problems with retention with these pouches, with absolutely no shock cord or flaps holding these magazines in.
Another great pouch that high-speed gear makes is the double stack pouch with the M4 and pistol pouch together in one unit, which is great because if you run M4s like him a lot and pistols at the same time, this is just one single pouch that you can carry and carry four of, so you have four M4 pouches and four pistol pouches, which is absolutely fantastic. So instead of doing something like this, you can have four and one singles on one line into conjunction with each other. But I'm saying that this setup is bad.
Well, no, that's going to be great for saving space. I personally run it this way because I like having my magazines in different places. Yes. That's obviously going to be totally personal preference.
Right, exactly.
But I know a lot of people on their plate carriers especially like to run a setup like this so that they will have that option. Correct. Another thing about the taco pouch that I like is on my mission spec EOC, which I should have brought today, I have 3 rifle tacos, and then I have a utility pouch in front of them because they have this PALS webbing that you can put other pouches on top of.
Or you can just buy another pistol pouch and put whatever miscellaneous items you want because they're universal.
Exactly.
So you can do this. So another piece of kit that I recently had forgotten about, but now since we're doing this video, I dug it up again, because bear in mind it's a little dirty, is the high-speed gear leg rig, which is perfect because Costa has one similar to this, which is already decked out, which you can't take off the pouches with, but this one is just a platform for you to customize yourself. And I used to run this a lot because it was great. I can run my belt, and I put this on my legs so the belt wouldn't move. I had a lot of issues with belt moving, and since I got my new belt right here, I don't have that issue so much anymore. So I dug this guy out just to show you that High Speed Gear has a lot of different
Nando
varieties.
runs one of those.
Does he?
Yep, Nando runs one of those still. He loves it.
Yeah, so
he likes having a little bit more stuff on the drop leg platform. And this guy, what's nice is it's got this grippier material, this air mesh inside, so it actually does stay in place very well, as opposed to some of the drop leg rigs that flop a lot, because you can see this is pretty sturdy. It's not just totally twisty and bendy. It does have a little bit of structure to it, which does help.
Yeah, so you don't get that stinky leg effect. So this one is the just standard platform where you can do it yourself, or you can buy the cost of the leg rig, which costs a little pretty penny, but you get a pretty good setup right out of the box.
Yep.
For another great piece of kit that High Speed Gear has, what I just recently picked up, is their mini chest rig. Now it might look like a bib on him, so take that in. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And for me, it fits perfectly like a regular. For me, it fits great just like a regular chest rig, which is just a little bit smaller. There's not a lot of material because I don't like getting hot, and this is perfect. And this is, again, it's just like the leg rig. It's just bare bones. You do it yourself, and I just stuck my Blue Force gear on there. And for whatever reason, there's no instruction manuals that comes with this, so it was an interesting way to try to figure out how this goes together. So all these little clips and everything are in the bag. All the little straps are in the bag, and you just kind of have to figure it out yourself. So it's actually really not that hard. There's these two clips up here that click in. They're actually
well, they're meant to interface with, if you want to, the High Speed Gear plate carriers.
Right. Exactly. That's what it's designed for, but you can run it standalone.
Oh, yeah,
like
you
a chest rig. So it was a little hard to figure it out, but once you look at the picture on their website, you kind of get a basic idea of how it works. Because this back panel does come off, and then you have this little other piece of material that you stick the clip through and then adjust it that way. And then these ones on the sides have what a little cutout in the middle, and you just loop them in and you're all set to go. It's really simple to put together, but it did take me a couple hours to figure out because there's no instruction manuals. Which, High Speed Gear, if you're watching, please, for people who are out there, put an instruction manual in there, please, for the love of God.
Okay, so Andre owns one of these too, but he hasn't really gotten to field it much yet. But the magnet dump pouch is actually my personal favorite dump pouch on the market. This guy is it's exactly what it says, is a net for your mags. So you just drop your magazines in there, but what I love about it is that it has this clear surgical tubing that is actually a structure all around the top of the pouch and around where the lip is that will secure the magazines once it's inside there. So the magnet is very light. It doesn't trap water or anything because it is a net, and it carries, I mean, I've been able to fit like 8 M4 mags in here, no problem. So I love it. It's my favorite dump pouch ever. It's superb quality. The netting just stays in place. It doesn't start fraying or anything. And that's really a theme that runs through with all of the High Speed Gear pouches and their equipment too, is the quality of their equipment. Their stitching, their material choices, everything is really on point. It just holds up. I mean, I know I'm not out in Afghanistan running this stuff through the sandbox, but I've had these taco pouches for a lot of years, using them a lot, sliding, running, all kinds of shit in all kinds of weather, and it always just holds up. And one last thing to mention is that High Speed Gear has a couple of mounting options for their pouches. They have the Alice clips that you can use to mount to Molly platforms, or you can also use them, if you tighten them enough, to mount to belt platforms. Or if you want dedicated belt pouches that will work with a wider variety of belts a little more easily, you can get the belt mounted option, which is a Velcro flap that goes over, interfaces with most Velcro belt systems as well, and stays in place very well. I was a little nervous when I got the belt mounted magnet dump pouch that once I get loaded up and it got heavy, it would fall out, but I mean, that has not gone anywhere regardless of what I've done to it. So good job on High Speed Gear making, in my opinion, one of the better belt-mounted options that you can do.
Yep. And another great thing about High Speed Gear is the fact that their warranty is fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I had to send things back and they would just take it and replace it for me. So a great job on their part for being excellent. And
because you've dealt with that on the retail end.
I have, because of their bad display models. And I mean by display models, the cardboard sometimes rips.
So yeah, I guess that's really pretty much all there is to say about High Speed Gear. I mean, they're great quality pouches. I've used them for a lot of years. I mean, they're very popular in the real shooting community. They're very popular in military and law enforcement community. They're very popular in the competitive shooting community, especially IDPA and practical shooting associations. And they're already very popular with Airsoft. But I think the message here is they're expensive.
Yep.
But if you're on the fence about buying them because you're looking, you're saying, oh my God, these are such expensive pouches, bear in mind, they might be the last pouches you need.
Yep. I mean, you're paying for one of these alone $42.
Yeah, for the rifle tacos.
For rifle taco.
Yep.
Pistol pouches are about $25, $28 depending on where you find them.
Yeah. But given the multitude of uses that you can have for them and given their flexibility, I've gotten my money's worth and then some out of every high-speed gear product I've owned.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know it sounds like we're shilling, but no, trust me, genuinely, the gear is that good and it wouldn't be so popular if it wasn't.
I mean, like I said, I've ran this leg rig for a very long time, sliding indoor, outdoor, and as you can see, it had crap all over it, and it has not frayed, it has not torn, it's held up for 3 or 4 years. I forgot how long I've had this for, a really, really long time. Just absolute superb gear.
Yeah. So, yeah. Give them a shot if you haven't yet. Yep. Trust me, they're worth the money.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of SpeedSim. Again, my name is Andre.
And I'm E-House.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.